Precisely. Here's what and I told Judge Bailey this. I cannot. You probably just learned today that FOIA is not in the legislation, right?
I knew that already. It's not in the legislation, but it's a guideline. It's not a law, but it's guidelines.
You knew this?
Yes. I brought this up to the city council and the DOJ a long time ago. They said that's how things are done.
What idiot told you that, if you don't mind?
The city council.
The collection of them?
Correct. And this
Who
was
was on the
myself.
board at the time?
It was, I mean, it was basically everybody besides Etta and, God.
So what were the names? Just so I know.
And Malton. Malton and Etta were there. And now it's Murphy and another treasurer, right?
No, it was Malton was the ex, was the, head of bar, and now it's Murphy, so it wouldn't have been both of them, right?
It was Malton at the time. When this came up 4 months ago, I was still a captain in high command of the LSPD, right? And this was a hot topic and debate that a lot of people were asking for. And instead of it turning into an act or a law, it turned into guidelines when people come down to MRPD for paperwork.
Who made is this recorded somewhere?
I don't know if it was recorded when they started doing recording with Ursula, but I mean, this conversation started with Malton, of course, because he was head of the bar and he was in charge of this process in the first place, hence the name after it.
Who made the decision for it to be a guideline?
Department of Justice or City Council? One of them. This was like 4 or 5 minutes ago.
It wouldn't be the Department of Justice. It's fine if you don't remember. It's just,
I mean, there's DOJ documents about this. I'm surprised you haven't seen them yourself.
No, I know about the Malton fucking just got drunk, woke out of bed and wrote some piece of shit legislation. It's not even legislation.
It's just guidelines. It's just guidelines. Like I said, it's not law. It's not law. The same way I compare it to the same guidelines the DOJ has for like loans. That's how I see it.
Do me a favor real quick. Open it up for me and take a look at it.
Okay, I'm taking a look right now.
You know when it's open?
It's open. And like I said, I went through this with Judge Bailey, and he pointed out the things you pointed out.
Oh, okay. So, lack of capitalization, shit grammar, lack of a colon. This is written by a fucking lawyer?
Had a bar. Yeah.
The fact that this clown got put in this position is fucking ridiculous. The fact that Murphy
don't
is
you
in
talk
this
about boy Malton
and hasn't brought it up is ridiculous, and it's a travesty. Without the ability for lawyers and civilians to be able to produce documentation from the government in order to get a bench trial, get their warrants reviewed, etc., it literally handicaps each and every lawyer in the city. And the fact that these individuals have not done what was put in their power to make a change, in my eyes, makes them useless. Now, those might be some strong words, but I'm going to paint you some pictures. This,
Oh my God, Nino's doing it. He's summoning the attorneys?
Clients call me up. Actually, 3. Starting with Fiona Stewart. I'm going to be very open and honest with you on this. She was forced to become a hostage by the police department.
Huh?
In a cash exchange.
How does that happen? What do you mean she was forced to be a hostage? Were they playing pretend?
Exactly like I said. Forced to right back in. Guess what?
Chicken butt.
There's no police report. And then, as a consequence of
that
this,
sounds crazy. There's no way.
I brought this victim.
How does that happen? How do you force someone to be a hostage?
Right? She got charges. She served the time. But on that day, she was a victim. Someone that could have lost a life And so what I did the right thing. Went into Mission Row.
Right.
Spoke to a dispatcher. Said, look, these things happen. We need her to write a statement for it to be on recording so that it's on the record. But she came in and brought this up. The immediate response was, we're going to need 5 days to give you a fucking statement that we're writing right now and right here. And I said, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? You tell me that I can't get that documentation to bring it to court? Problem number one. Problem number two.
You can. I mean,
How?
a report needs to be made for it to happen, right?
And I got to wait 5 days?
You don't have to wait 5 days.
Exactly. But those officers and that dispatcher said otherwise.
Because
And
it's
guess
what
what?
the
There's no
process
legal-
ran. Because that's how the guidelines are, right? It gives you 5 days.
No. Slacks. Those are your guidelines. You don't have to follow them.
These are guidelines we agreed on, right? It's like saying you don't gotta
It's
follow your
not
SOP.
law.
Right, but it's like saying
It's not law, Slacks.
I understand that. I'm not saying it is. I'm talking about the PD perspective, right? It's like saying you cannot follow this SOP. It doesn't work that way, right? You need guidelines and policies in place to help shape the structure, right? But it's not law, and in my opinion, it needs to become one. Freedom of Information Act needs to be something in our
I
Constitution
absolutely agree.
or a legislation. It's very crucial to allow that flow of information to exist and to give attorneys like yourself the ability to FOIA, whatever process takes place. So you can.
Without that, you could decide if you wanted to, because you don't like Fiona or you're lazy or any one of the things. And once again, I want to be clear. I'm not calling you these things, but these are reasonable. But not every office is perfect. Not each one's an angel. Y'all could literally tell us to go eat a dick, right?
Okay.
Now poor Fiona is screwed.
Right.
Right.
But
So
when
on the
something
same
like
plate,
that
it's got
happens.
So
Go ahead.
just because it's a guideline, it needs to be law. And we're in agreement, right?
Sure. We are in agreement when it comes to that.
Are you good?
No, I'm good. I'm definitely good.
Okay. You're like jumping up and down right now.
Oh, I am? What about now?
Well, no, you just got up. You just got up the chair and just kind of stared right at me in the eyes. I thought you were about to like jump on me or something.
No, it's just I saw something on the rooftop over there. I don't know. I don't know if it was movement or something.
You're not gonna get fucking shot. What the fuck?
No, I don't know if somebody's spying on us or not. It's
Why?
just-
Who cares? This is like anyone. We could put this on live TV. It's not a big deal. Not like we're talking to.
I'm just
You
paranoid.
sure
that's,
you're good?
I'm just paranoid. That's all.
All right.
But yeah, going back to what you said, Mr. Chavez, I like I said,
Do you
I-
understand my perspective?
I
why
do.
I'm
I
pissed
do.
at these individuals?
Yeah, because tomorrow I can say, hey, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna do any FOIA. There's just no laws against it. I'm not really violating your rights, technically speaking, right? It's because there's no laws that say, hey, every civilian or every incident report is subjected to a FOIA request after X amount of days have passed.
Now I want you to put in perspective, Slacks, that this Constitution, all this shit was put into place 7 months ago. How in the actual world has this issue not been raised again when it is literally like the lawyer version of the MDT? We cannot operate without this tool.
Right.
All right. You sure you're good? You
Yeah.
want to sit down?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna sit down. Don't worry.
Do you genuinely think you're about to get hurt right now? Like
Sometimes.
you see this, right, Alex?
Yeah, he's a little wiry.
Do I need to be worried? Like what's happening?
No, you should be fine. Now let me ask you something, okay? Have you spoken to Murphy about
Wait,
this?
Speak up. I'm going to, yes, I am going to be screaming at him if that's what you mean.
Oh, have the conversation had though? Have you talked to him yet?
Oh yeah, let me. You mean the multiple? I'll call you later phone calls.
So he's been
The,
dodging you.
Hey, by the way, the only things he's passed so far is like raising their
Chat,
fucking
the animations
paintball
for
shit.
sitting down, there's a new. They're so
Yeah, I've
fucking
looked
cool.
through the legislation. I've seen what the council's done. So I'm a man that says actions are louder than words. And I am going to
So
speak with him.
Murphy's been
And
useless, basically.
I will handle that. Yes, yes, I would say so. As has been Malton.
Mr. Chavez,
And I will handle that part of the conversation.